Fight!
Hello everybody and welcome! I am Ketchup and I am Mustard and you are watching the Mortal Kombat X Challenger Cup Finals where we are about to kick off the European portion of what's going to be going on tonight. Yeah, so it's going to be much the same like last month. Some have players and just what they're playing for in general. Just to remind you guys and girls at home, what they're playing for tonight is cash money. As always, the Challenger Cup is itself, its entirety. It's a series of tournaments that runs alongside the Pro League, but is not linked to it. It's basically for cash. It's a way for players to get competitive experience, to practice for the league, to practice for tournaments, and to play for money. Now, once a month, we have our Challenger Cup Finals, where they play for $1,000 in total. First place takes home $500. You guys have seen this before if you've watched the Pro League. This is Pro League money they're playing for, and it's a way for these players to get a little bit of exposure to see what this kind of play is like. Well, that's what the point is, right? I mean, it's a means to, if you don't quite make the cut for the ESL Pro League Top 8, it gives you a reason to get the experience, and your reward for playing well in this is to finally get the chance to compete for that prize money that you would normally get in a weekly league. You just don't get placement points for it, but you still get the cash. Yeah, so, once again, we have a social media correspondent, but more importantly tonight, to talk you all through, basically, what's going on in the upcoming weeks.
Thank you very much, Ketchup. As you guys know at home by now, I'm Mo Sasanac, and I will be your social media correspondent this evening. Remember, if you want to keep up with anything Pro League related, especially with the finals being so close now, you can follow us at ESL Mortal Kombat on Twitter. If you want to get involved with the conversation tonight, you can use the hashtag MKXChallenger. And also, we have another raffle up for grabs tonight, is a couple of these lovely MKX t-shirts. So you can go to esl.gg/MKXComp to register there. Also, if you want to get your hands on some of the tickets for the finals, they're selling out very fast. You can go to esl.gg/MKXfinals to grab one there. Back over to you guys.
Cool, thank you very much, Sasanac, as always. So, season finals, if you guys are in the LA area for June 11th, do come down. We're going to be there. The best players of Mortal Kombat in the world will be there. There's plenty of pro players and popular fan favorites that will be in the crowd. It's worth going to if you're in the area. Obviously, it was a sold-out house last time. It's going to be good fun. Hopefully see you guys there. But what are we doing today? What is the bracket? We have 4 players from Europe clashing. We have Born Through Ashes versus Azadamazi. Game number 1. Up kick spam and Azadamazi again, I suppose, in our second match. But we tongue twister. Up kick spam we saw last time. Azadamazi we saw last time. But it's Mr. Aquari. It's up kick spam versus Mr. Aquari. Yes, of course. So it'll be up kick spam versus Mr. Aquari. Slight adjustment in the brackets. We'll make sure that's fixed. Not a problem. Sorry, guys. We'll get that fixed, but it's going to be Mr. Aquari versus Upkick Spam, so that's probably going to be, I believe, Shaolin Kung Jin versus Sonya Blade. But game number 1, we know that Azadamazi does play A-list Cage, right? We know Alien and A-list. Alien list. That's his character roster. It's kind of like, we've seen him use Alien a couple of times, but I think like the main, the kind of go-to comfort character is A-list. Born Through Ashes, although the name rings a bell, I'm not really sure who they play. I don't think I've ever seen him actually play MKX. Now, you said before, it's a name we've seen before, but I've never seen him play myself, so I really have no idea how to call it. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's kind of like, normally we can kind of break down who we think they're going to use or what the matchup's going to be like, but the reality is, Born Through Ashes, we know very little about this guy, so there's going to be a lot of it on the fly. Obviously, he's here in the Challenger Cup Finals. You know, only him and 3 other players are here, so it's going to be a good set of matches. I mean, whenever you kind of come across someone that you're not too familiar with, you kind of hope they're going to pick some kind of crazy, funky, like a Kenshi. Well, I always find it to be quite a nice, optimistic opportunity though, because to be in the Challenger Cup, like anyone could enter them, but to be in the final, you have to be one of the top places of the month, right? So these guys have spent a couple of weeks of playing well and placing well, and that's why they're here. So it's a fair assumption that they're going to have, you know, a base level. It's just when I don't even know what character they're going to pick, it does excite me because there could be anyone on the board. Like obviously we see loads of Takeda, we see loads of Johnny Cage now, we see a bunch of Melina, we still see obviously our Sub-Zeros and our Kotal Khans and whatnot, but there are a lot of characters that we don't really see that are quite interesting. But I think sometimes it's not necessarily because a character is more it's that they're truly unviable characters. Oh, Devora! That's where I know the guy's name. I've played him online before. Brilliant. Well, I fought this guy because he has a very tidy Devourer. So it's gonna be Alien versus Devourer. I have never seen this matchup in my life. I mean, I wouldn't know how to call it because Damazi's gone straight for Alien. I don't know if he's specializing in Alien now or whether he just prefers it for the matchup, but Swarm Queen's I'm not going to say slept on because the community knows how good she is, but she's a very dangerous threat. Well, obviously, shoutouts to Honeybee did very, very well at Toryukin recently. Big damage though, 38%, just like that. Corner carry, there's that 50-50 into the tail. All goes in for the reversal. Very unsafe on block, but I mean, it has been recently buffed, so it starts up quicker. Now, let's have a think. I mean, like, this is definitely where Born Through Ashes wants Damazi to be. Because the matter is, keeping him in the corner, that's kind of where Devourer wants. Oh, nice bait! That's going to be big damage. Oh, unfortunately, I say that. There is no stamina, so that sucks. That would have been big, big damage right there, especially meatless. That's kind of one of the benefits of Swarm Queen Devourer. Oh, no, goes in for the jump in as well. Oh, my days. I mean, that was risky. Bet it all on the anti-air attempt. Didn't work out. Full combo punish. Both mids are going to collide there. I like the use of jumping back on prediction of the forward 1-1, because in that range, like that's going to be Devourer's go-to. Oh, misses the cancel. Oh, isn't going to miss that one. That's going to be good, big damage right there. Let's not forget, Devourer's always going to go for the insect lift. Damazi's going to disrespect it. Press the button, need a full combo for his trouble. Hard knockdown into another insect lift. That kind of patented tech, hard knockdown. And that's one of the things, if you're actually not ready for Devourer to drop that cancel, she's actually going to be plus on block anyway, especially if the insect grenade connects. Oh, a nice challenge for the down one. Oh, go for the comeback, but that's going to be a clean. I assume punish with the forward one. Oh, that's unsafe. That's definitely unsafe. But if he had more health, I'm sure that would have been a forward 1-2 into meter burn grenade. Oh, that was nice spacing from Born Through Ashes. Ready with the 1-1. Good stuff. I don't know what Damazi's trying to do, but he's eating a ton of those. Oh, wonderful read with the armor. Oh, doesn't get max damage, though. Cuts it short at 22%, but not too bad. I think it might just be a matter of trying to... Oh, and there we go. Run straight into it again. Deceivingly large hitbox on that attack. Oh, wow. That exchange. Oh, that must have been an execution error. I'm not sure if we tried to throw the insect grenade right there. It isn't going to come out. Now, that's always going to be kind of one of the banes of Devourer. Although the forward 1-2-1, I think that's the string. When it connects fully, it will jail the opponent. Oh, not quite. Oh, doesn't get it, and there's the overpositor strike just to finish things up. See, one of the tricky things in this matchup, I was about to say, is when she does the 3-hit mid-string, the last forward 1-1-2 is it's extremely plus on block, right? The entire string will jail into guaranteed stuff after. However, you can take the third hit. Deliberately get hit by the third hit, it will knock you back. She can't really get anything if she predicts that, apart from maybe what? I guess like an overpositor strike, a regular one, on prediction, but it's unsafe. She can turn it into a different special instead. I don't know the extent of what she can get from it, but still, it's something you have to know. It's the same way we used to see Scorpion players will go like, you know, 2-on-4 into EX Spear, or prediction, Luke safe on block. Liu Kang players will turn it into, or you used to turn it into Bicycle Kick. I'm not sure that's something we still do because I haven't seen Liu Kang in so long. But it's a mind game. But you have to show your opponent you're willing to take that hit to get out in order to make them switch up. Because once you start taking the hit and they start doing different specials after it, you then put yourself in a situation where you can be like, okay, well now it's not as much of a threat. It's not as important. Now that was really nice use there, knowing Damazi was going to press a button on block and then try and do something else. Born Through Ashes just waiting for the down one, then answering back with the 1-1-1 cancel, full combo. Oh, backdashes on prediction, but is going to eat the roll anyway. Big hitbox on that move. Ashes sitting pretty at 3 bars of meter right now. At least get the block pressure. Now that's the sequence right there that's completely guaranteed if Damazi blocks it. Oh, good. Hit confirm. All those forward dashes just to push Damazi further into the corner and then allow the pressure to continue going. But I wonder how comfortable Damazi is in the matchup though, because surely every time he goes into the the insect lift off of 2-on-2, in theory that's a forward 1 punish every time because it moves him forward, right? Or at least he's going to get a dash. Like that is a full punish if you're ready for it. But he's trying to jump, he's trying to do other things. Oh, Damazi not respecting it. I don't know if he's familiar with this matchup, but he needs to hold that mix-up. Either that or get hit deliberately. Oh, nice armor. Sped up reversal. Oh, that's going to be a full hit confirm. All those forward dashes again to guarantee the corner pressure. Nice cancel again. Standard B&B. Oh, goes in for the plus frames. Plus frames again. Gets a forward dash though, so can't really do much with it. Nice confirm. Uses a bar. Not quite sure why you'd use it like that. Just to get a bit more damage, I suppose, because I guess he is quite near chip damage territory now, but that's going to be it. That down one. That was a clean down one. You know he read a grab right there. Yeah, I mean, it's plus on hit. I mean, that acid is plus on hit. But if you're going to go for a grab or something, and then you do a low profiling normal, bam, straight in. But again, that sort of leads us into purposefully neutral ducking territory. If you know a grab is guaranteed, and you're going to try and do something dangerous by trying to tech it. Basically, if you're in a situation where you're
the down
hit stun,
one, that was all it took, really. The
no,
down
no,
one
no,
in that situation.
But like, if you're in hit stun and a grab is possible, only a few things in the game put you in that situation. But if you know a grab is guaranteed, why? I don't know, mate. I guess the down one worked because the grab was late. I guess if the down one managed to work in time,
it would have been mistimed, I believe. I believe it would have been mistimed. Now, here's this thing, right? One of Devora's kind of biggest drawbacks is her extreme lack of a really good reversal. So she has got the slightly fast, I believe it's 13 frames now.
It's faster than it used to be.
But it can still get armor broken by really quick armor breaking properties. Johnny Cage being one of those characters that has those kind of attacks. As far as I'm aware, I do believe that apparently this is not a particularly fun matchup for Devora, especially considering how easy it is for Johnny Cage to get in.
But Asa Damazi isn't showing a huge amount of matchup knowledge in this, so do you reckon that's even a factor?
Yeah, well, a matchup is only really, really bad if the opponent knows how to exploit your character's weaknesses in that specific match. If they're unfamiliar with the match, it's not going to be a bad matchup because they're going to play it, like, not the way they should, if that makes any sense.
Nice knockdown. Asa Damazi gets it, but oh no, he drops his first confirm.
Oh, and he gets the nut punch. That could be what he needs to start the sequence.
Could be. No armor available. This is going to be all pressure.
Yep, Born Thrashes tries to block low, gets hit by the run cancel into the forward two. Bam.
Nice. Asa Damazi manages to put a round on the board. He's coming back a little bit. One more and he's going to take it to 2-1, but he has to be super careful.
Oh no, catches him trying to throw Blanche. Not today.
Nice read. Is that full punish? Yes, it is. Max damage. Now this is corner damage for Devora. This is going to get pretty tasty.
She's going to get that knockdown into intercept. I mean, like, on whiff, it's fine, because you risk getting hit. On block, I mean, plus, on hit, full combo.
Oh, he still took damage.
Punish.
He still took damage from the lift itself, which at this low health, that is going to add up. Goes to the throw, a little bit of damage, 35%. Oh, tries to do a meatless shadow kick, which takes Born Through Ashes to a clean match point. Oh, nice neutral jump.
Good corner repositioning, putting him straight back in. Another amazing read there on the NJP. And again, putting him back into the corner.
That's 50% clean, just
Asa
like that.
Damazi does not want to block on wake up.
Down 4, down 4, down 4. Falls for the other positive strike. Niche jump kick's not going to connect. Oh no, that's not a trade he can take.
Oh, here we go. There's that 4-3.
Oh,
gets the overhead again. Got caught by that already before. Twice now.
Uh-oh, wonderfully timed grab.
Oh, she jumped!
Now, you know what surprises me the most about that final exchange? Born Through Ashes crouch blocked.
2 mids.
And both projectiles went over her head.
They're mids, aren't they?
I don't know, but
I'm pretty sure they're mids.
It's not
That's
every
why
day.
people use them.
That's one thing that Devora has going for her, is that tiny hitbox.
Oh, you know what, actually? Maybe it's the fact that, you know when Johnny Cage players, they do it up close. They do it on block. You know, sometimes you can neutral crouch on prediction of the force ball. I'm not sure they might not be mids. And that might have been why she was able to go so low under them.
Yeah, but to see a character crouch block and not be forced to block a fireball.
She's very little.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? That's kind of it. Like, normally, if you see a fireball and you crouch block it, the fireball hits you, you take chip damage. And that's all Asa Damazi was looking for. Born Through Ashes crouch blocked and it went over his head. Now, that is knowing your hitbox.
That's
and what
very
you can get away
fortunate.
with.
That's a very fortunate situation. I was so close. He was on match point. If he can keep it together, he's still in this. I wonder what Johnny Cage can do as an answer for that puddle. Because, I mean, like, surely forward 3. I was about to say, characters that have advancing...
I mean, it's A-list. It could be forward 3 into whatever he wants.
Characters that have advancing, quick normals. If you see that lift on block, you can punish that. Like, Triborg, for example, can forward 1-3 or forward 4-3 into anything as a guaranteed punish if you see that on block. And you can do it on reaction. It's not prediction. You see lower her hands and go for the puddle. You know the puddle's coming.
But just like that, Born Through Ashes looking to take himself to a nice, clean match point once again. Astonazzi has a bit of a, yeah, just like that, uses the bar. That was chip damage territory, I like it. It would have traded an armor broker wake up, that was nice. Good use of the armor. Then take that small step back. Nice whiff punish, knows that Astonazzi is just itching to run in for that forward 3. Nice down 4, keeping him honest. Clean neutral jump punch just over the fireball. Oh, catch the forward one, that could have been big. Again, trying to jump, and I like that. Knowing he's going to recover in time to get a standing one and it crossed up. Well, if you're going to be a Devora player, you bet you're ready for people to always try and jump out of that puddle. But it's not an answer. Jumping out of the puddle is not a way out. He's going to get that down 1 out of the 1-1-1. Tries to armor. That's definitely not the answer. Astonazzi, here he goes. Gets the nut punch. Oh, catches him not blocking low. This could be a nice comeback situation for Astonazzi. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, red Johnny kick. Oh, forward 3. Just that victory literally fell through Born Through the Ashes fingers so bad. But again, he's on match point twice, and this will be the 3rd round he's been on match point. Unfortunately, he just can't seem to quite clutch this one out. Oh, it's a straight up forward 3, but Astonazzi, no stamina. Throws him into the corner, knows that the corner is where he's going to win this game. Oh, wow, that nice delay wake up to get in between the string. Oh, tries to Addy cross up. Full combo. Oh no, that's going to hurt big time. He's going to go into nut punch. That's going to be jailing into some kind of mix up afterwards. Gets the down. He does get it. Born Through Ashes is just letting this set completely escape him. He can't finish it off. He gets to match point and he just can't take it from that point.
I would like to know how Devora has put bullet holes on Johnny Cage.
They're clearly not bullet holes. They're clearly just puncture marks.
They look like bullet holes.
Dude, she stabbed him loads.
Maybe they should be bigger. That's
like
not
a significant amount.
He's got a nice, nasty graze on his elbow as well.
He'll be all right. We'll go back into the match in a few seconds. But still, can we talk about this 3-game comeback? This is just the glory of being able to play multiple characters, because you give yourself a situation whereas if you're playing one character and you're just getting straight rocked, like it's just not working for you, you give yourself that option to swap and have an easier time. And this is exactly that.
What's going on here is that Ashes has amazing sequences of rushdown, but then that one hit that Astonazzi gets, which reverses the momentum and puts him in the corner, he just gets mixed until the rest of the round. Like, he has not... We talk about... That's actually the weakness of Devora. Her weakness to deal with extreme rushdown, we're seeing it. Born Through Ashes is winning when he's not having to defend. The second he's having to defend, you can see right now he's having a big, hard amount of trouble getting around it. And just like that, getting mixed over and over and over because he is now the one on the back foot. He's not the one rushing down. But that really... Oh, and no profiles as well. I'm not sure if that was fortunate or not, but... Still, even if he didn't know that before, he knows it now, and that's a clean match point. This is not a great situation for Born Through Ashes. I mean, like, put in the corner against A-List, you're going to get armor broke all day. You are going to build Breaker, but now if you opt to use Break, I mean, using it late, you can tell even in the middle of that combo, he wasn't sure if he wanted to spend it.
Nice stagger into the grab. Not throwing him towards the corner, which is interesting.
Nice hit confirm. All he could do when he sees that connect with no bar.
Block pressure. Oh, Astonazzi pressing buttons. Doesn't confirm, and that's going to be a clean armored counter poke. Corner positioning again. We saw this before in CIS.
One more hit and Ashes is going to be going into the loser's bracket.
There we go. Is that game?
Yep, full combo. Absolutely guaranteed death.
Ouch, and Born Through Ashes lets it completely escape him. Astonazzi clutches it out with a 3-2 full-on 3-game reset against Born Through Ashes. Very impressive.
That was indeed. I mean, it's kind of like, it's a mixture of the fact that I think Astonazzi, a really, really good call going back to Johnny Cage. It's always a comfort pick. We actually see this almost all the time where Astonazzi goes for Alien first and then loses quite badly and then changes to Cage.
It seems to be a matchup thing because he clearly didn't know a great deal about the Devora matchup. Like in the last game, he got his game going. Pressures, cancels, all that good stuff.
When you play a character as aggressive as Johnny Cage, you kind of have that luxury of, even if you're not 100% familiar with the matchup as such, if you at least acknowledge that the defensive game of this character is not very strong, at least if you get something on block, you can do you. You know,
you can make the most of it with your character.
Yeah, exactly. Like the second I get something on block as Johnny Cage, I know that unless they have specific ways out that I need to know about, I can generally kind of do A-list against this character. And Devora is one of those characters, matchup knowledge or not.
So, Born Through Ashes still in the tournament. Much like the other Challenger Cup finals, this is a double elimination 4-man bracket, which means that there'll be a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket, or a lower bracket if you prefer, where If you lose in the winners bracket, everyone starts in the winners bracket, move down to the losers bracket. If you lose again in the losers bracket, you're out. So Born Through Ashes has lost in the winners bracket. He's now in the losers bracket, where he will fight the loser of STB's Mr. Aquari and Upkick Spam. The winner will go to winners finals, who will play against Asadamazi. Boom, there's your breakdown.
It's basically, yeah, well executed. It was basically just a means to give you a second chance. You know, there's 4 players in this tournament. These guys are still playing for cash. Bear in mind, you know, this is kind of like their reward for being consistent in the Challenger Cup. Let's not forget the Challenger Cup is a means. I'll let you carry on.
Sorry, it's a chance to play for Pro League cash, right? That's fundamentally what it's about.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, if you don't quite make it into the top 8 of the Pro League, you still have that opportunity to play for the cash, get the crucial experience that you would use for the Pro League, and your reward for being consistent.
And play on stream.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just it's making yourself known, right? It's making sure everyone can see you play. I mean, us, you know, I've heard of Born Through Ashes, but I've never really seen him. We now see him play. Oh, he's that Devora player that we see online. Like, he's a really, really strong player.
And again, that downfall low profiling. The downfall took the armor as well. That was really good. That was a really nice situation.
Johnny Cage.
You call it a scumbag. It's just you know, right? That normal goes low. That's why it caused Jason so many issues for so long. It probably still does.
For the longest time, that downfall was the bane of Jason's existence. I mean,
it probably still is.
Under everything.
Poor guy, of course. But next match, Upkick Spam, Mr. Aquari. I assume Shaolin Kung Jin from Upkick Spam and Aquari's probably going to go demo Sonya. We know now. One thing I want to talk about Mr. Aquari. We saw this guy a lot in Season 1. Very, very online cover up Sonya. This is his first, as far as I'm aware, his first like super serious fighting game that he's really.
Yeah, this is the first fighting game that I think Aquari has taken to like a competitive level.
Yeah,
for sure.
And obviously, Season 2, he tried and unfortunately failed to really make a splash at all. Season 3, however, my word, he has done work, and here he is in the Challenger Cup Finals playing with some cash. So he's turned a lot of heads around. People like kind of up and down about what they thought of him as a player in Season 1. Season 2, obviously the naysayers come around and say, yeah, see, now better players have come along.
He
but
made
then
noise
Season
3.
Season 3, he's just turned that all around and said, nope, I am good, and here's why. And he just takes it to these players over and over
While
again.
we get this match set up, at the moment we're going to talk about the matchup that we're probably going to see, which I believe Upkick Spam, I mean, I guess kind of proofs in the name. He plays Shaolin Kung Jin.
We called it last month, and we were right. It was great.
We were like, you know, what other characters in the game have upkicks? You have Cassie Cage has an upkick. Kung Jin has an upkick. I mean, Jax has an up knee. If that counts. But either way, I mean, it's going to be Shaolin versus Sonya, and I do strongly think that I think Kung Jin does quite well. We've known that I think Aquari has actually lost to Kung Jin players in tournament in the past. I think it's just the natural range, the limbs, the ability to kind of shut down jumps and stuff like that. I mean, Kung Jin actually does that very well because you've got neutral jump punch, natural range, armored reversals, up 1. I mean, the hitbox of up 1. I mean, that's going to catch Sonya out of the air every single time.
Cool. So before we get into our next match, we're going to chuck you guys over to social for just a few moments. Who's going to talk you through what you can get involved in on Twitter for the next couple of weeks.
Yes, guys, so with the finals coming up, it's all going to get very exciting. So remember, if you're on Twitter, follow us at ESL Mortal Kombat. You can see brackets and everything else that they post to do with the Pro League. If you want to get involved with our conversation tonight, as always, you can use the hashtag MKXChallenger to talk to us as the league is going on. We also have another raffle tonight, a couple of these lovely Mortal Kombat t-shirts up for grabs. You can go to esl.gg/NKXComp to register there. If you can and you want to get your hands on one of the tickets for the season finals, they're selling out fast. Make sure you pop over to esl.gg/MKXfinals to buy one there.
Cool. So, I mean, like, we're getting this match set up. We're just getting the guys in the King of the Hill. So thank you very much for being patient with that. But I mean, it's been quite a ride for Aquari. And like you said, he's come a long way, but I think it's demo Sonya, right? I mean, this character has evolved quite significantly. I mean, the tech monsters out there that have been kind of evolving demo, looking for reload combos, safe reload options after knockdowns, like block strings, new combos in general, like ways to kind of capitalize on it. The second we've kind of seen all this tech kind of explode, no pun intended, when, you know, the character has evolved so much beyond I guess kind of the Sonya we saw last year. I mean, it's marked over a year since Mortal Kombat X came out, and Sonya as a character, one of the characters I believe has kind of evolved the most in that time.
I would say so. I mean, fundamentally, she's always got the 50-50s, but it's really when you take a character and you chuck the element of having to micromanage something on top of that. And also, I'm going to say, I think we're both thoroughly desensitized to puns by now, because we used to be disgusted and just despicable about it, and now it's kind of like, I get that.
We've kind
I
of
respect
reached.
that.
I think we've kind of reached that point where it just happens accidentally, and even when you
just
coin it,
is now. It's part of who we are. Now, like I was saying before, it's when you take those characters and you add that element of having to micromanage your resource, right? You've
Blood
got
God,
Blood God
yeah.
with the totems,
For sure.
Sorcerer Quan with the spells, Sonya Blade,
Sorcerer Quan.
Sorcerer Quan forever.
Sorcerer Quan's still good.
Forever. It's still,
You know,
still
did
very
you
dirty.
guys know that Sorcerer Quan still has a rune trap?
Just not as dangerous, right? Just not as damaging.
It just took. I just had to go back and find it. I just had to go and training mode it. I was like, guys, Sector's out. Sorry, Quan. Sit there for a bit. Come back to you later. Pick up Sorcerer again. What's the? Everyone's saying Hex is bad. Everyone's saying Hex Trap sucks. I go into training mode. Find something else.
Yeah, but it's not as dangerous. It's
not.
still
Nowhere near as
respectable.
good.
It's like it's just 3 bars for like
It's-
60%.
It's
now.
way harder to guarantee the brutality.
Instead of 3 bars for 100% on block.
It makes me quite sad because I can't get the brutality. I feel like by Netherrealm adjusting Sorcerer's Hex spell, it's so much harder for me to get my Skeleton Realm brutality. I
Right.
can't do it no more.
If only they let the Triborgs turn people into skeletons, this would never be a problem.
I had my fingers crossed. I was like, oh, these guys have to turn him into a skeleton. I think the closest we have is like, what? Sector, probably, where he blows you up into half a skeleton. Half a magma skeleton.
Yeah, kind of counts.
Gonna have to make do.
So who do you think, out of Upkick, Spam, and Aquari, who do you think has a better chance at dealing with Astromazi? Because I'm pretty sure we saw Astromazi and Aquari play last Challenger Cup, didn't we?
You kind of have to think of the matchup. I mean, like, if Aquari makes it through, I think all characters in general can kind of do well versus Cage.
I'm sure.
Harry Nightmare versus Irish Mantis, right? Where it was Johnny Cage versus Sonya. Harry Nightmare, it was 3-1 to Irish Mantis. Irish Mantis being the most dangerous Cage player internationally. I mean, without a doubt, this guy's confirmed already. He's going to LA. You know, comfortable 4th seed, kind of sitting around that area, I believe. With stunt double, granted, stunt double, not A-list, but I think it's definitely a matchup. Sonya does. I mean, I don't see why she would struggle, but at the same time, I don't see why Cage would struggle. I mean, Cage forward 3 punishing pretty much everything. That's going to be quite a game changer.
I mean, I'm sure I've seen Astromazi and Aquari fight before. Like, I'm sure I have. I can't remember where from. I'm not sure if it was just watching him fight another Sonya player, or if it was I watched him fight a Cage player. But I don't know. I'm sure I remember them playing before, but I can't remember where from. It's really bad. But no, I mean, regardless, I think it'll be a good set because, like you said, Astromazi is just consistent, and Aquari is new. He's very consistent. Like I said, consistency is where we use a lot because you need it, especially at this point in the league, but especially for the Challenger Cup when you're looking to make 2 Challenger Cups back to back.
Yeah, well, it's all a matter of trying to kind of. Well, I think in a matchup like this, it's just kind of remembering stuff,
Yeah.
seeing what a player loses to, and then kind of remembering that and going, well, can I avoid that? Or if you're the person that actually plays a character, like for example, like if you're playing Mr. Aquari, you'll watch Harry Nightmare, because if Harry Nightmare is beating people that you don't beat, you'll kind of look at that and go, well, what was he doing that I wasn't doing? And there's a lot of homework to be done. Right, while we try and get our lobby set up, guys, be with us in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go to a quick break while we try and get this match set up.
Peggy 18.
The time has come
To face you in Mortal Kombat?
to teach you respect.
Liu Kang, the champion of Earthrealm. Orphan at a young age, Liu Kang was raised by Shaolin monks who trained him in the ways of the spiritual warrior. Having defeated Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang is ready for any fight with Fists of Fury and Dragon's Fire.
Let us get to know each other.
In the Duelist variation, Liu Kang changes between light and dark metamorphosis, altering the properties of his projectiles. In the Dark stance, Liu Kang's Dark Sphere can stop on command, trapping and juggling your foes in the corner. In the Light stance, Solar Flare, back forward X plus right trigger, is best used to juggle your opponent. Choose between the searing damage of light, the setup potential of dark, or a combination of both.
I'm simply too fast. I will show you hell.
Liu Kang ignites the fury of the Shaolin in the Flame Fist variation. Use Shaolin Inferno, down X plus right trigger, to quickly buff Liu Kang's punching attacks and extend combos. His new enhanced special attack, Windmill Flurry, is a great armored launcher that can be cancelled into another special. The potential chip damage of Flame Fist punishes any foes who choose to block. Use Liu Kang's mobility and quick normal attacks to punish those that choose to flee or attempt reversals.
I am far more than mortal.
The Dragon's Fire variation encaptures the Liu Kang legacy with high pressure play and ferocious fireballs. Liu Kang's Dragon Fire can be dash canceled to extend combos and push your enemy to the corner. Keep up the corner pressure with Liu Kang's fast normal attacks and Dragon Fire cancels. Keep in mind your opponent will attempt to escape the pressure. Change the tempo of your offense to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. The strength of Liu Kang rests on safe pressure. Use ankle snap, down A, to poke at your opponent, allowing Liu Kang to stay on the offensive. Whether you choose the adaptability of Duelist, the raw damage of Flame Fist, or the versatility of Dragon's Fire, Liu Kang has an answer for any challenger. Shatter bones for the Shaolin with an X-ray finisher. And go from Enter the Dragon to Release the Kraken with a brutality.
Think again.
Liu Kang wins.
Lead the charge with Earthrealm's defender, Liu Kang.
Peggy 18.
I fear no gods, Raiden.
That is why you shall lose.
Raiden, the Thunder God. Charged with the protection of mortals, Raiden has led Earthrealm's warriors to crucial Mortal Kombat victories against ruthless invaders. Wielding godlike power, Lord Raiden unleashes his fury through lightning storm attacks and electrifying pressure. Once known as a stoic defender, he now seeks to obliterate those who threaten to destroy all he holds dear.
Show me what you have learned.
In the Master of Storms variation, Raiden uses Static Trap, placing electrified orbs on stage that connect in a bolt of lightning. Maximize the strategic placement of static traps by using different special moves to corner your opponent. On knockdown, quickly place a full lightning trap, down forward B plus right trigger, to punish hasty jumps from the corner or crush your opponent's armored wake-up attacks.
Lightning cuts through the dark.
In the Displacer variation, Raiden can teleport to different stage locations, greatly increasing his mobility and rushdown potential. Use Fork Lightning, back XB, in combination with enhanced teleports to extend combos and maintain superior stage positioning. Keep in mind Raiden can teleport in front of or behind his enemy, allowing him to continue the onslaught in the corner or bring the fight back to center stage.
Your insolence will be punished.
Raiden's fury is unleashed with high pressure play and new combo strings in the Thunder God variation. His special move Lightning, down back X, can now be dash canceled, allowing him to extend combos and continue the assault. Watch for the orb to pulse in Raiden's hands before inputting your run, and close the gap between your opponent with Distant Thunder, YXB. Overcharge Raiden's normal attacks by holding down the last input in a combo, effectively juggling a trapped opponent.
Be gone, destroyer!
Raiden's mix-ups are most effective in the corner. Utilize his special moves Shocker, down forward Y plus right trigger, and Electrofly, back forward A, to keep positional advantage in the fight. Curb your opponent's temper with some shock therapy. Today's forecast, victory, with a chance of brutality.
Do not provoke a god.
Raiden wins. wins.
Safeguard Earthrealm with the electrifying Thunder God, Raiden.
Welcome back, folks. We are Ketchup and Mustard, and we are here. We're going to go straight into our winner's final match. We're having some issues with upkick spam right now, so Mr. Aquari has advanced into the winner's final, where he will fight off against Asta Damazi, who we just saw make a really clutch 3-game sweep comeback against Born Through Ashes. He was on the ropes, 2 games down, quite convincingly, Devora versus Alien. He was showing a lot of matchup unfamiliarity, just a lot of discomfort in general. Made the switch to A-list against Devora and just down on match point multiple times, yet really managed to bring it back in a convincing way. And here he is in winner's final. Well, it was levels of clutch, really. It's being able to kind of keep it together in this kind of situation. And it's kind of a good thing that we talked about this matchup right beforehand, where we are probably going to see what we knew we'd see, which is going to be either Alien or Johnny Cage versus Sonya Blade. I mean, Aquari has only ever used Sonya. The only sort of difference comes from whatever variation that Aquari's going to go with. So it was Cover Ops and Special Forces back in the day. I believe that's the variation. God, you see it so little, I can't even remember. I mean, Special Forces is definitely... I've heard it called one of the most underrated variations of the game, but we just don't see it.
I get Special Forces and Spec Ops mixed up because it's Cassie and Sonya.
I did early, especially when we saw a lot of them both.
Back in the day.
We don't really see much of either of them nowadays. We've seen Sonic Fox pull out Spec Ops a little bit, but that's about as much as we see of her now.
Well, it's like, I think with Sonya, it's an interesting thing. Where you can't really turn around and say that any of her variations are considered weak or bad, because I think as a base, Sonya is a very fundamentally strong character in the game. It's just kind of like she's one of those characters that the variations that you choose kind of just add an extra flavor to what is already a very good character.
Yeah,
so you've got demolition, grenades, and all that stuff on top of it. Special forces, you know, the drone, the kind of counter break potential of the kind of lightning ball, and the jailing and stuff like that. And then cover ops just straight 50-50s. I mean, you can't say no to that.
And a parry, and a stance with more 50-50s.
And a full combo parry if it's Meteor Bird.
She just... Like we said this about a bunch of characters, but it reigns true for them all. But she just ticks a lot of boxes in MKX. Like MKX, 50-50s, check. Armor, check. Wake-ups, check. Like good jump-ins, check. Like you kind of have all of that options. Like it's not gonna define who you are as such as a character, because obviously there's always a player there, so the different tendencies you got to pick up on that. That's where it begins to get to more of the higher level MKX, where it goes beyond the character and more, okay, I know you're playing this character, but what are you like as a player? What do you do? I know what your character can do, but what do you do? And that's how you make the adjustment. And that's how I think we see, you know, people make the clutch plays right in the nick of time. We see them make these big set comebacks is when they have that clutch and they have that ability to read you as a player, to go, I know what your character does, but what do you do?
Well, that's the level of high-level fighting games. It's beyond the game, going beyond that point where you know exactly what's going on. And just like that, going straight into demolition, this is exactly what we thought we would see. Asta Damazi throws away his first bar and loses the first hit, so unfortunately right off the bat, health is almost the same, but he is going to be down on Beta, but Aquarius can get a nice, big, chunky, damaging combo to open up. Oh, and he gets another overhead. Ever so slightly, though, Asta Damazi was caught on the very edge of that, so the grenade is not going to connect.
Now, I saw Irish Mantis do a lot of lab work with this matchup over the last couple of days, and he was looking for options that Johnny Cage had on block, because obviously we saw Irish Mantis struggle to take down Harry Nightmare not too long ago, and it was Demolition versus Stunt Double, but it was a lot of universal Cage stuff that he was struggling with.
Oh, that whiff!
And it looks like Johnny Cage's down 4 is a really good way of dealing with the grenades on block, but again, if he delays the grenade and makes it go low, it will catch you, but if you down 4 early enough, you can stop the grenade, so it's a big read. And that's, again, it sort of goes into the higher level mindset, I suppose.
Now, Aquari did try and capitalize on that grenade trade, but because of the lack of stamina, was unable to run in and connect to anything at all. But it's still in a good situation. Oh, nice armor. Immediately challenging that stagger.
Oh, wow,
so unfortunate.
Oh, drops it. And that's a full punish. Aquari's not going to get away with that, and Asta Damazi's going to make him pay the price.
Let's not forget, when you go for a reload, there is a big amount of time on that animation. Nice anti-air, but I didn't know if you tried to go for the reload. That is going to cost 2 grenades. The wake-up attack that did not connect. Nice anti-air.
Wonderful use of the force. We'll try this one back. Oh, jump in, but no stamina to make the most of it. Get the full confirm. Oh, jump in, punch into dive kick.
Lots and lots of backdashes. Asta Damazi being very slippery right now. Oh, that down 2 just to punish.
Brave stuff. I mean, down 2 when there's grenades under you, but he knew the down 2 would have won the round, so why not?
No choice but to compromise damage. Lovely close grenade just to bait the jump. Oh, that amazing whiff punish. Nice jump back dive kick.
To use the third, yes he is going to go for damage here. Oh no, I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, Asta Damazi though with a very sort of preemptive, oh no. Tried a full combo, doesn't quite get it. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. He's got the bar. Oh, never mind.
Wow.
Never mind.
Now, that was quite possibly the most lackluster way to deny a comeback I've ever seen.
Well, it means just before it even, just dead before it even starts.
Get the hit, get the hit. Hit finishes, get the break finishes, get the jump in, and then just grenade. Just normal stun grenade, not cancel into anything, just in the neutral stun grenade.
Well, I think that's one of the strengths of Demolition Sonya is kind of like, we talk about risk, and that's one of the things that Demolition Sonya hasn't really got anything of. I mean, there is no real... With the exception of, I guess, a couple of situations, a lot of it is very safe. You know, doing those strings into a close grenade, it's risky for the opponent to try and armor, and it's risky for them to try and jump because you can bait the armor, the grenade will catch a button press, the grenade will catch a jump, the grenade will catch whatever they try and do, with the exception of armor, which is baitable in that situation.
Now here we see the swap where Asadamazi has started with Johnny Cage and now gone to Alien. So interesting to see why he's done this and if he can play it like significantly more different. Because he's gone to Acidic, so he's obviously got that. Ooh, I also maybe thought we'd see Aquari get a full combo from that.
Well, one thing Asadamazi is going to have in this matchup, which he may not have had in A-List, is that kind of keep away ability, the ability to kind of keep her at arm's reach with that acidic spray. But just like that, Aquari, knowing that he's going to try and keep away, clean jumping on prediction of the acid, gets it good on the money, nice block on the overhead, but then full combo has to break.
Oh, tries to dash, but getting it fully blocked. Asadamazi uses no, Aquari even uses it as a chance to reload, and is that going to be death? That's 33 grenades.
Oh, the grenade tech, it still exists! Nice combo there from Mr. Aquari into a clean round number 1. What a combo.
That was incredible. That's the side of Demolition that I love watching. Like, I understand it's the most frustrating thing in the world to be on the receiving end of, but to see it, like, as a spectator, it's so flashy and so stylish.
But
it's so good.
Those reload combos are absolutely immaculate. I love watching them.
Low overhead.
But again, this is the element tries to go in for a reload. That's a full combo, and unfortunately doesn't actually get the reload. If you catch it early on in the animation sheet, you will not get the benefit of those grenades.
Nice read on the up 3.
Nice good trade, yeah. Good trade all day.
Good strong round for Asadamazi. Nice.
A lot of meter though for Aquari. A lot of meter. Oh, nice full screen anti-air. Has to go for the reload.
Oh,
almost armor broke. Almost armor broke that.
But I wonder, like, if you're going to the armored option, why would you go to the low one when the overhead launches? They're both unsafe.
I'm not sure that grenade reload was intentional. Oh, hang on!
He delayed it as well. Asadamazi had time to see.
That's 2 grenades on deck. 2 grenades is going to do a significant amount of damage. It's not 70% like it used to be. Oh, and the run under as well. Oh, the damage. Oh, the damage.
Oh, jumps up as well. Keep himself safe. 50-50. Blocks right. Gets out the corner. Trip guards, and there's a 50-50. That's going to be game 2. Mr. Aquari's going to go up 2-0. Convincing fashion off a nice X-ray and a wonderful brutality just to kick the head off the alien.
Wrecked. Look at the tail.
Well, you mean
I don't know
what's going on with it?
It's having a tail of a time.
Oh, man.
Hey!
But look at it. It won't stop. Sweet.
I'd give that 10 respects.
I would give it 8 respects. I'm with the observer right now.
That X-ray combo though. I mean, like,
we haven't seen one in a while, to be fair. I mean, that X-ray hasn't worked
I think,
for
yeah,
a
I'm about to
long
say,
time.
in recent tournament matches, the X-ray is quite notorious for not working ever.
This isn't Season 1 anymore. People have seen that one before.
Unless it's against you at Hype Spotting, of which it worked.
Yeah, but I still won that match, so you can say what you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Can't harm me. I know. I won that set.
That defense mechanism. On
what,
deck.
of winning the match? Yeah.
That
Sweet.
winning mechanism.
I mean, Aquari 2 are off the back of a successful X-ray. I mean, it's a big momentum and morale shift. Like, getting it and getting the full damage is great. But being on the receiving end of it just completely kills your momentum.
Well, I really, really feel like the switch to Demolition has kind of really helped exaggerate the way Aquari wants to play. Oh,
not
hang on
again.
a minute. Oh, he's got it again. Oh, just on deck so many times. Nice reload, getting those guaranteed grenades. I mean, if anything, extremely stylish. NJP, I mean, that was actually quite a smart call to try and catch some kind of jump, but it isn't going to work out. Oh, the delay!
We very rarely see Asadamazi actually go for the grab. And I wonder why that is, because it's a big threatening option, but not if you never do it. So surely you have to enforce it as an option first, especially against someone that you've not played in this matchup before.
One thing you have to be careful about, though, is that the grab does so much damage, it's almost the most obvious thing that the alien player is going to try and do. Oh, the acid just pixels away from connecting to Aquari there when he went in for the reload.
There you go, just like that. I mean, 31% turned into, what is it, 21%, is it? No, 19%.
Not quite, because the corner will add the ticks. Mid-screen, it's slightly weaker.
Oh. So much green acid on the screen, just like that. Aquari's chip damage rate from death, and that is going to be it.
Well, it was almost guaranteed in that sense, because he's far enough away that you can't stuff the speed of that charge, because he's too far away to confirm it, but Aquari is still on match point.
Not a good trade for Astamazzi, especially if that grenade connected. Oh, that's good though. Gets a nice challenge. Astamazzi doesn't use the bar to get the recapture dash. I wonder why that is. He never seems to go for it.
He might be opting to save it for breakers in case he guesses wrong on those 50-50s.
That would make sense.
Ooh, oh, no stamina! That's going to be a full combo for Aquari. The lack of stamina making that combo drop could be so costly, but here we go. That's going to be 3 grenades into a safe reload for sure. Oh no, just opting to save it. Opting to save 1 grenade.
Astamazzi gets around the 50-50.
Oh,
no, unsafe, but doesn't get the punish. But that's going to catch him anyway. Wow.
We've seen this the whole set where Astamazzi has seen. Oh, there's the read. Aquari is going to move on into grand finals. What is it? Wait a minute. Hold the phone. What?
I mean, I respect that. I respect that in every sense of the word. That was pure.
Right, wait, I'll go get it. I'll go get it back. Wait. All
That
right.
was
Wait.
disrespect. That was swag. No, wait, hang on. Good game. Good game. Good game.
That was a good game. Good game.
Good game.
You
Good
stand
game,
up. That's the kind of game where you lose to that combo and you kind of literally just go like, just shake your hand, you just walk,
and you'll be the smug man. You did it, and you're like,
that was sick though. That was probably that could be the greatest tournament combo I've ever seen. Teabag mid-set.
that is the greatest Aquari moment in Mortal Kombat. It is.
Oh yeah, that was his. That was
and
his
forever
highlight.
will be. That is the Aquari highlight. That's the Aquari bag. Speed bag Aquari style.
I was about to say,
and it was
like,
against acidic alien as well. Oh my word!
Who's playing as Sonya? I mean,
The community's watching it like, yeah, you do
do
that.
do him in, Sonya. But right, so
Demo's so much fairer.
we kind of have to recap this match, right? I mean, like, so what we saw.
Yeah, it was dominant. That was a dominant.
What we saw
3-0.
there was Aquari basically. I think
So I just see him bagging
the combo,
my head.
yeah.
It's like-
I mean, it was an amazing combo, an amazing combo, and then we see, hang on a minute, wait,
he bagged,
what's
and then he
this?
finished.
What's he doing?
Then
And
he finished it.
brutality it. Best combo I've ever seen. I'm calling it now. That's the best combo. Right.
Thank you, Aquari. Thank you for that magic
But
moment.
what we saw a lot of, are we going to see it? Is it? No, that's not. That wasn't the final round. It wasn't the final round. But what we saw a lot of in this situation was basically, as Damazi, he would block the 50-50. It was almost like actually when we saw Irish Mantis fight against Harry Nightmare, this was the one. Gets the read, gets the amazing read, so many grenades, 2, back. It's just, I could watch that all day. I could literally watch that on loop for hours.
It needs to make the top plays, and we can loop it forever. Aquari needs to win now. Grand finals, win the side, like, not bad.
For sure. But it's almost like when we saw Irish Mantis fight against Harry Nightmare where he would block the mix-up and then actually get hit by the grenade, which is kind of a mix-up, but not as much of a mix-up as the initial 50-50 is. You know, it's a matter of, am I going to press the button or not? Or am I going to sit there and take the grenade? If I sit there and take the grenade, am I going to kind of get mixed again? Am I going to have to take another one? It's kind of like, when people fight Demo Sonya, they don't seem to, I mean, they don't want to block that grenade. They don't want to have to block it because that might jail into more stuff. If they've already blocked the initial 50-50, I mean, they're not going to want to take the next one, do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's just a dangerous thing. Like, Cover Ops gives you the 50-50 into 50-50, Special Forces. At this point, I'm not too sure what it brings, really, to the table in comparison to the other two. But then you've got Demo, which is just the 50-50s into the grenade. So it's like 50-50s into pressure. So whilst they can block it, they've still got grenade underneath them. So it's dangerous.
Right, so while we get our next match set up, we're going to go throw you over to Mo Sassenach to find out what's going on in the next couple of weeks.
Yep, guys, well, as you all know now, the season finals are getting so close, so if you want to follow any of the news and updates that will be coming along with that, you can go up on Twitter and follow us at ESL Mortal Kombat. If you want to get involved with the conversation here with us tonight, you can tweet using the hashtag MKXChallenger, and if you want to be within a chance of winning some of these lovely MK t-shirts, we've got 2 of these up for grabs tonight. You can go to esl.gg/NKXComp. If you're lucky enough to live close enough to LA and you want to pick up a ticket for the season finals, you need to hurry because they're selling out fast. You can go to esl.gg/MKXfinals to buy one there. Back over to you guys.
Now, notice the lucky enough to live in LA, because we're in England right now.
LA's lovely.
It is, and especially at this time of year, because we get sun here, and then it balances out with a lot of rain. and a lot of wind and a lot of misery.
We're the Season 2 finals in the middle of winter. And it's cold, rainy. We've just done a week in Poland.
We leave the plane and the windows are all iced over.
Snow and ice all over the bloomin' place. Freezing place. Go to LA and it's like summer. And I'm like, what is this? And
I packed a coat. Was that a mistake?
And the guys are like, oh, it's always like that here. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting.
But now season finals being in summer means
T-shirt weather.
Okay, T-shirt weather maybe.
I get to wear this outside.
So if any of you guys or girls are nearby to the Burbank area, we'll be live at the season finals where you get to watch the best players in the world compete for $200,000. It's going to be a spectacle. You do not want to miss it. We'll be there. Godspeed and Wonder Chef will be there. There'll be plenty of pros in the audience as well.
You know who else is going to be there?
Who?
Doc.
Yes, of course.
Mr. Doc in the CIS.
As of about an hour ago.
Yeah, as about like an hour ago, the CIS player Doc, the CIS Challenger Cup Finals. For those that may not have known, the CIS Challenger Cup Finals of this month was also basically a single spot qualifier to the Season 3 Finals. So I believe it was, it was Vladdy 7R, Doc, Flet, and it was a Vectorman. Yeah, Vectorman, I believe. It was a Wrestler Jax.
Now, the thing about Vectorman was we did a little bit we did as much research as possible, because if we see a player that we don't recognize the name of, or
we do our homework, don't we?
We do our best, because obviously, like, if there's no footage of a player, we can't look them up because it's not there. But a lot of players, and kudos to any of you players out there that have done this in Season 3, a lot of players have used either game DVR or capture devices, or like video cameras, whatever. They've recorded their gameplay, they've streamed it, they've archived it, they've whatever. They record themselves playing now, because obviously having the evidence helps when you're going through matches. So you've got a log, you can watch your own games back, you can analyze, you can see other players, and also if you upload it, it means other people can watch you. So even if you're not making the Pro League, and you're not making the top 8, and you're not making the live streams, there is still footage out there of you playing, and in a competitive setting. Because just because your matches aren't streamed qualifying for top 8 doesn't make it any less of a tournament. You're still playing in a competitive setting with these players that make top 8 every week. So when people do archive this footage, it's really good for people like us that really want to look up these players and imagine, that there's sponsors out there looking. There's people looking to form teams, to find clan mates, to find teammates, or even just to find friends or other people that play their character that they can interact with and form a community to develop themselves. That all happens when you've got access to your gameplay. So I really like it when players upload their own footage.
I think the most important thing is just being able to kind of watch your matches back, especially if you lose. I mean, it's like. There's this old school saying which I heard. I can't even remember where I last heard it, but the saying is you either win or you learn. Do you know what I mean? And then the ability to kind of capture all your games across both platforms. I mean, it's only ever going to be useful data for you as a competitor. But Doc, I mean, the Takeda player from Russia. Started off, we kind of saw him early on in the Challenger Cup last month with Ronin. He actually won the Challenger Cup.
He won the Challenger Cup with Ronin.
He won it with Ronin. He did indeed. And he obviously won this with Shirai Ryu. And I mean, that was a really, really impressive showing. It's just, Takeda's such a strong character in the game right now, and Doc kind of really taking what was good with the character and just putting an exclamation mark on it. Like, really, really well played.
Well, it's great to see, because when you have characters like Ronin, who are very powerful, but we see, obviously we've got Hayate in America, and there's not really much else. It kind of was just Hayate and Ronin.
Okay, so we have Born Through Ashes in this lobby already. I believe what we're in there at the moment. Sorry guys, what we're doing is we're making sure that these guys are having their buttons ready to go, because obviously we have to be in the lobby as well to make sure that gameplay can be broadcast.
Well, that's kind of how it works, right, in a King of the Hill, just to be able to spectate. Go into that AFK mode, which I love, by the way. Can you imagine how difficult online tournaments would be if it wasn't for the AFK function?
Well, it's kind of what has allowed the AFK mode in Mortal Kombat X is kind of what has allowed tournaments to be broadcast so smoothly. The ability to kind of get the players in a lobby and then go AFK and then just sit there and watch them. I mean, obviously, huge shouts to Pig of the Hut, who does this every single Sunday during the Pro League. Pig of the Hut, amazing player himself, best Kenshi player on the planet, without a shadow of a doubt. Season 1 finalist, Season 2 finalist.
He's long earned that right, I think.
For
That's
sure.
fair to say.
But what he likes to do every Sunday, I mean, if he gets eliminated from the tournament, he doesn't get salty, he doesn't get, he doesn't sort of get angry about it or anything like that. He goes straight onto his stream and he finds out who is left to play. He finds really hype matches in the bracket and he broadcasts those qualifying matches. So we see people like Raptor, Forever King, Hayate, Gun Show, people like PL, just loads of really amazing players.
So basically, players that might not make top 8, but we can still see them play.
This close, so insanely close. And we get to see what happens there. It's not just a matter of, oh, this player got 9th, I wonder how the set happened. players like Pig allow us to see how that happened. And it's really good, especially as a community, to be able to kind of see these really hype matches that we might not necessarily see on an ESL broadcast.
So waiting in the losers bracket, we're going to go into some losers bracket action for you guys as soon as we can. We have Born Through Ashes, who is a player that we've heard a lot about but haven't really seen as much of. And obviously, like you said yourself at the start, as soon as we saw he picked Devora, we're like, oh, that's who it is. That's where I've seen this person
I'm always
before.
hyped for some Devora.
Yeah,
always
of course.
hyped for some
But we
Devora.
can see that we are going to go straight to our losers finals. Unfortunately, we are still having issues with upkick spam, so we are going to move on. It's going to be Born Through Ashes versus Asadamazi in your losers final match. The winner will go through to fight Mr. Aquari in the grand final. So whoever wins this set has to reset against Aquari. So it's going to be uphill from here, but that's the beauty of the losers bracket. You have that second chance.
Speaking of second chance, I do believe this is a run back.
It is indeed, and they're on Sky Temple. Thanks. Thanks, guys, for picking Sky Temple. That's great. I mean, it's not a problem for us, because like spectating it's the same, but I don't like playing on Sky Temple.
Well, I think it's actually, as players, I mean, some people are indifferent. Some people don't really like playing on the stage because they feel like it distracts them, but some people really, really don't mind. Oh, a nice hit confirmed, Born Through Ashes. Sitting on 3 bars already. That's one thing. When you play a very block string heavy character...
Oh, presses buttons on Wake Up. That is not how you get out of that setup, and that's going to be a clean 90% and some more corner carry for Born Through Ashes.
When you play a very... Oh, and there's that 50-50. Bear in mind, she can run cancel both her overhead and her low for a full combo. It's unlikely Asadamazi is going to spend any resources to try and get out of that situation. Oh, nice whiff.
Hello. Now, you've said this is a run back. Obviously, we've got Red Johnny territory, but it's... Yeah, I mean, at that point against Devora, you've got overpos at a strike, amazing down 2, amazing normals. It's forward 1. It's quite hard to deal with a chip damage situation. Now, you said before this is a run back. This set, even though the set was 3-2, Born Through Ashes is yet to take a game off Asadamazi's A-list. It was a straight 3-game comeback.
He's going to spend his only bar of meter on the hit confirm, though, so it's going to be a trade. Asadamazi's still sitting on 1 extra bar. Insect Lift is going to recover ever so slightly in time, but isn't going to matter. Asadamazi going in with a full combo near the corner.
Oh, staggers the throw. Goes in for it. Again, like, as soon as you sort of reach, like... And unless you're Foxy Grandpa, as soon as your opponent reaches, like, super low amounts of health, throws become really dangerous.
Another full combo. And it's kind of like history repeating itself over and over, where Born Through Ashes takes the first round, but then Asadamazi wins the next one, and then wins the game. Born Through Ashes, if he wants to stay alive in this tournament, he wants a bit more of that challenger cash, he has to turn this habit around and finally win a game against the Cage.
There's a setup. Armors again.
That's actually what we see quite a lot, where Devora players will run cancel the 1-1-1, but because everyone knows it's not as plus as something like forward 1-1-2, they'll actually cancel it into a backdash to try and bait an armor.
Yeah, well, especially against Cage, you're looking for that forward 3, but Born Through Ashes sitting at a breaker, so if he gets tagged like this, he has got the opportunity to break, but no, Asadamazi's going to drop it. Gets a splat from neutral jump kick, and an NJP, not quite sure how that connected.
Might have been some kind of anti-air attempt that he second-guessed and ate a full NJP for it. Born Through Ashes, is that grab, isn't going to do as much damage, it's going to build the stamina back. Oh no,
full punish.
Read the escape!
That drop from Asadamazi threw it away. Absolutely threw it away. That was his game.
I feel like Born Through Ashes expected Asadamazi to try and take the hit there, and that's why he cancelled into overpositor strike. He didn't have meter there. He did not have the bar to get increased chip. That would have only have been a jump out read that, although didn't work and actually was unsafe, I just do not think Asadamazi was ready for it.
No, not at all. But no, he got the cancel. He went for it. He just dropped it. And I mean, again, I hate pointing out, but Flet and CIS, like, we see these players, like for example, Flet would find himself, like, so close to win in Season 2 and Season 3, but it's just the inability to clutch it out. And that is something, especially at this point in the season, when we're this far into competition, the game's been out for as long as it has, you need that clutch factor now. Like, because if you don't, you can bet your ass your opponents do.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt about it. Oh, that instant run in, that hit confirm as well. Big damage. I mean, 1 bar, it's always going to be a comfortable 40% kind of mark. Oh, the run cancel going in for the insect lift just to get Asadamazi blocking and wake up, and then bam, straight in for a 50-50.
Oh no, he blocks the first hit but gets hit by the launcher. Not quite sure what happened there.
Asadamazi's going to be ready for it though, running straight in for the full combo into corner repositioning. Oh, nice anti-air normal. Good stuff from Born Through Ashes. Cashes out the damage, chip territory, neutral jump punch, wonderful stuff. Not quite sure what Asadamazi opted for the meter burn. You can only really use armor when you have the health to absorb the hit. A very, very silly decision.
Oh, gets the interactable. Good trade for Aston, keeps himself safe. Oh, they got to remember that insect lift is really plus on block.
Incredibly plus on block.
So basically anywhere on the screen you have to worry about the D'Vorah following, because she's got amazing run speed in that forward one, so you have to just be really mindful of when she just wants to get that burst of aggression to just get in.
But I mean, in that instance, even though down one's quite a go-to option, is it even a bad thing that Ashes is waiting for the down one? If you block a down one, the opponent's minus. You know, you can go in for a free button press afterwards.
There's that good trade, full combo.
Breaking almost immediately. You know
no.
Ashes doesn't want to even remotely give Azamazi a chance to win. Oh, goes in for the break. Had to in that situation. A preemptive down two. I'm not even sure if that was unsafe. Tries to punish it, but doesn't get it. Misjudges it. No punish there either.
Oh, be so careful. This is down one chip territory.
Yeah,
Oh,
guaranteed
wow.
death right there.
Now, that standing one wouldn't have reached if he did just a standard empty jump. So that was really good call from Born Through Ashes. Just on the bluff, like, you've left the ground. If you do anything, this normal is going to hit you. The standing one is going to kill you. And unfortunately for Aston, he took it.
I'm actually surprised we saw a standing one instead of a down two. But either way, it will work.
That's a good point.
Is he going to go back to Alien?
D'Vorah having one of the more infamous down twos in the game.
Now he finds himself in a weird position because his Alien didn't do very well at all. It was the cage that allowed for the reverse 3-0. So he's definitely gone in for a character change. He's opted to go for Shaolin. Now it's more a matter of, so does Born Through Ashes struggle with last minute character changes? Because he did very well versus Azamazi's Cage right there, but it was when he picked Cage off the Alien. Is it a matter of he struggled versus Cage, or he struggles once he's got comfortable with one character and then immediately has to fight another one and then adjust on the fly?
But I feel like it would be really foolish for us to count Aston out here, because he was in this exact position last time and he made a 3-game comeback.
Hey, if he's going to do it, he's done it before, he can do it again. Oh, that 1-1-1 though, I mean, he just knew that Aston was going to run in and press the button. Very nice. Aston just doesn't respect that puddle. I'm pretty sure he wakes up with it every single time he's got that underneath him. Oh, and he's gone for another wake up, but the forward one is going to advance and make that overhead kick miss entirely. That's data as well. That's Ashes knowing that that's not going to be a go-to wake up for Azamazi in that situation.
There's a wake up backdash.
Oh no, he's getting... Oh, nice confirm. Doesn't quite get the end of it.
Safe dive kick. Oh, tries to jump after it though. You can't do that against D'Vorah. Another drop from Born Through Ashes.
I really do sense quite a lot of desperation in the way Aston is playing right now. Like, I mean, just even stuff, I just feel like he's playing incredibly worried.
Well, it's like you said before, it's kind of like, he's not showing a lot of matchup knowledge, but with A-List, he was able to really enforce that A-List game before. But now, Born Through Ashes, he wisened up to that, he's made the adjustment, and I'm not sure if what Aston is bringing to the table with Shaolin is enough, because he doesn't just need to win this match, he needs to win 3 games with this Shaolin.
I'm not entirely sure why Aston is eating so many of those puddles. He's just giving up unnecessary damage. Oh no, full combo has to break. This is going to be like 40% damage. He's going to save the bar. He's going to bet it all on this comeback. He is going to get the Meteor Burn Chakra, so he is going to get damage potential. Oh, and he tries to wake up out of it again.
But he woke up out of it with something that wasn't armored. Big mistake. Down 4 on blocks, can guarantee another one. Slowly but surely, this chip damage is adding up. Nice punish, but is this going to be enough? He cannot take chip damage at this point. Any touch at all from Born Through Ashes is going to destroy him. Oh, there's the late wake up. Is that enough? And it goes under with that small hitbox once again. Born Through Ashes with the sick adjustment against Aston for a sweep of 3 games to none, where he'll find himself in Grand Finals, loser's side. Mr. Aquari waits for him.
That win was almost just completely guaranteed. The second Azamazi was basically getting hit by those full screen puddles, you almost feel like he's checked out at that point. Like, he's just getting tagged by everything. He's not being patient.
Do you think it's an essence of frustration as well?
Oh yeah, of course.
When you get hit by the same thing over and over again.
Frustration shows in one's gameplay. Like, you can see that almost all the time. And in that situation where there's something coming, you can see that lift from a mile away. I mean, you can block that.
It's not a read, it's a reaction. And if it's used in the neutral, like, Swarm Queen D'Vorah, she has 2 specials from full screen. Neither of them are particularly fast. You can react to both of them individually. It's going to be Wasp Grenade or Lift, or Swarm Lift. It's going to be one of the 2, and you can react to each of them. There is no reason to get hit by either of them from full screen, especially when you're playing someone like Shaolin,
unless
or Cage.
You're a little bit frustrated, and you see it and just kind of you know, your kind of mind goes elsewhere. You try and jump on reaction to it, but your reaction is late. I mean, bear in mind, if you try and react to the insect lift with a jump.
That drop was where it all started as well.
Absolutely. But I mean, let's not... And that was a fantastic read right there. When he saw Kung Jin run and did the 1-1-1. Because, I mean, you can run in, but I mean, if you're going to go for one of the 50-50 options, it's not as fast as your 2-2, for example. And there you go, low health. Oh, that chip damage. Look at just the sheer amount she gets off it. This could have been a nice combat potential. He gets nice corner positioning. It was a nice combo, chunky 36% damage. But that delay wake up, that was it. As soon as he delayed the wake up, that was it. Game over. I mean, that really. I mean, it's getting a good read on the string, making a whiff, standing up, and then just getting that whiff punish. Guaranteed. I mean, a down one's all it takes. That's all. I mean, you don't really need to overextend any more than just a low poke's worth of damage.
Well, we said before the set started the mind game of beyond the game's mechanics. Now, let's add delayed wake up into the count. Delayed wake up is, as you might assume, when you can delay how long it takes you to get off the ground. Because if you just get hit by something, everything sort of makes you get up off the ground at a set time, really. You've got hard knockdowns, which are like you're on the ground for quite a while. You've got a splat situation where you get like, you know, splat onto the ground, you sort of slide, and then you can tech roll and stuff. Or just standard knockdowns, just standard hit, standard knockdowns. Off of most knockdowns, you can delay your wake up, so you get up at a different time. Why would you do that? To throw someone's game off, to throw someone's Oki who's looking for ways to pressure you, looking to put strings on you on your wake up to make you block them. You delay wake up to make those strings miss, to get up and punish them. But if they know you're going to do that, they just stand there. Once you've delayed your wake up, you can't wake up attack anymore. That option is taken from you. So you make the read, and it's up to them to respond. How are you going to get off the ground here?
Well, it's a weird situation, right? Because, I mean, sometimes when we've seen it, it's like delayed wake up will kind of make or break a set, where sometimes the delayed wake up has been the only thing that person could have done.
Case in point, right there.
That's the only thing you could have done, really, to kind of get out there and just kind of secure that win. However, sometimes you'll delay wake up, and it's like you should have wake up attacked, you know, or you should have tech rolled or something. Like it does definitely kind of go both ways. But while we get our grand final set up, which is going to be STB Mr. Aquari on the winner's side and Born Through Ashes on the loser's side, we're going to throw over to social one more time to see basically what's going on in the next few weeks.
Yes, guys, so basically in this exciting time leading up to the finals, if you want to keep up with everything and anything to do with professional Mortal Kombat, make sure to follow us on Twitter at ESL Mortal Kombat. You can use the hashtag MKXChallenger to have your input with everything that's going on tonight. And also remember, we have a weekly raffle. We've got some lovely t-shirts up for grab tonight, 2 of those, so make sure you go over to esl.gg/mkxcomp to register there. If you're lucky enough that you're able to go, or you live in LA and you want to get your hands on a ticket to be there at the live finals, you can go to esl.gg/mkxfinals to grab your tickets there. They're selling out quickly, so make sure you go and do that. Back over to you two.
Thanks very much. I mean, we're looking forward to finals. You guys are looking forward to finals. The players are looking forward to finals. Doc's looking forward to finals.
Oh, especially Doc.
I mean, we'll know. We'll know who to expect there and who to see. I mean, obviously, if you guys want to get a chance to get those tickets, turn up. We'll watch some MK together. We'll hang out and all that good stuff. One more set to go today.
We have grand finals coming up, which again is going to be Aquari, Mr. Aquari, the eternal Mr. Aquari with, I would think at this point, demos on you.
I love the story of a player like Aquari, right? When
he's come a long way.
He has. I mean, like we've said many times before, and I'm sure you guys and girls at home watching remember as well, the game is over a year old now, and that's a lot of time to put into the game. That's a lot of time to put your efforts in, and the guys that play this, no, you might just watch it and think, yeah, these guys are good, but you know, they're just good at MK, you know, that's what it's about. But it's not. They have dedicated so much of their time and the past year of their life to it. I mean, let's look at the more notable players. Sonic Fox has won like I said before, a life-changing sum of money. This kid has secured his future through competitive Mortal Kombat. Foxy Grandpa managed to leave a job he didn't enjoy to be a professional Mortal Kombat player, and for the last year of his life, he has safely secured himself a financial future through success in Mortal Kombat. And then you've got even the players that do it without the money in mind. The ones that use it as an opportunity to meet people, to make friends, to meet like-minded people that they will know for years and years to come. And it's all because they started playing MKX a year ago and decided to enter this Pro League.
That's why we have the Challenger Cup, my friend, a way to introduce people to the world of competitive Mortal Kombat. But if you don't quite make the cut for the Pro League Top 8 every single week, you can still compete for cash, and in the Challenger Cup Finals, your reward is finally having the chance to play for that cut of the Pro League $1,000 every single week.
So Born Through Ashes coming from the losers bracket. This means he has to defeat Mr. Aquari twice, effectively. He has to knock Aquari into losers by beating him 3 out of 5, and then do it again. So if Born Through Ashes can win, the score will be reset to 0-0, and they will play once again. But Mr. Aquari, his reward of being from the winner's side is to win once. He has to win a 3 out of 5 set, and he will be today's winner.
A very early combo drop, though. Very unfortunate. Oh, the instant jump in. That's going to be a conversion.
I don't think I've ever seen a character get as many air-to-air conversions as Sonya Blade. This character is just built for air-to-air. Oh, that read on the dive kick. That's retro Mr. Aquari. I love it.
Well, it's an interesting thing. And again, we see it again where players will see the grenade and then get tagged by it afterwards.
Gets the down 1 on hit, guarantees the throw, or at least goes for the throw, gives him some nice frames.
Oh my god, that was a hard read on the wake-up grab, but Born Through Ashes waiting. Again, low poke into grenade is highly effective.
Let's
all the time
let him
in
live
Season
to
2.
reload before he finishes him off.
Well, the thing is, in Season 2 finals, we saw Scar do that all the time. Low poke into grenade, because you think it's your turn to poke. You think it's your turn to press a button, and then you get hit by a full combo.
Oh, that must have been a bit of a mistake from Aquari. I don't think he quite expected that to hit the way it did.
Oh, it's 50-50s of our own, running in for the overhead.
Oh, so unfortunate. Born Through Ashes needs a different answer for these grenades, because that NJP is not working. Punish? No!
Tried to, but ever so slightly late on the uptick right there. Neutral crouch, tries to whip punish, doesn't quite get it. Oh, but Ashes is going to get a clean whip punish on the forward 1-1. V-burn insect grenade.
Nice. 39% corner BNB. Oh, Aquari goes to the stun and wake up. Completely whiffs the puddle, actually.
That was an unconventional but very interesting way to get around that insect puddle.
But could that be an answer to this Oki game that Devora thrives off? She needs that pull. She wants that setup. She wants you blocking so she gets to continue her pressure on your wake up. Oh no, that could be curtains for Born Through Ashes.
That was very messy way to end that round. However,
I'm sure he'll take it.
I mean, that's it. If Aquari, he'd kind of already won that round anyway, because, I mean, he dropped the combo. I mean, it's a guaranteed combo. Anything would have done. Dropped it, but then got the kind of little sort of scrambling situation.
And 10 respects.
10 respects.
10 respects.
Now, the thing is, yeah, he dropped the combo, but he still won the game, so I don't really think he cares too much. However, those kind of scrambles can go either way.
So I'm going to assume Born Through Ashes is just a straight-up Swarm Queen loyalist. I think if he had the chance to change, he would have done it by now, especially considering he has so many games to win. I mean, like I said before in the CIS League, when you're fighting from the loser's bracket and your opponent starts taking games off you in the finals, that challenge of just taking off 6 games becomes a lot more intimidating, because it's just getting harder for you, because you have to win 5. Like, for example, Born Through Ashes needs to win 6 before Aquari wins 2. And that's pretty unfortunate. But regardless, as is the life in online tournaments, sometimes these connection issues can happen. We're going to try and get them back in the lobby as soon as possible. Let's talk about that first game for a sec.
So what we saw was a lot of kind of like more what we almost always see with Demolition Sonya, which is people blocking the first part of the mix-up, and then the grenade hits them. Almost every time, trying to jump, trying to press a button, trying to do whatever. The grenade comes out, you eat a full combo for your trouble, and that's it.
It's not about punishing it as such. Because a lot of the time, if you go for an armor...
It's just about not getting hit by it,
you need to get out of the way. That's the most important thing about dealing with the grenade. You just need to not be where the grenade is when it explodes. I know that sounds really, like, obvious, right? But it's not, because if you try and use... For example, we saw Johnny Cage go for the Meatball Nut Punch. The armor ticks, or whatever, but the armor's gone by the time the grenade explodes. So, as you absorb the hit, you trade with the grenade. And just like that's what's going to happen to you. You don't get out of the way, the grenade's still there, you get your armor, but then you get hit by the grenade anyway. It's about moving from where the grenade's going to explode, out of the way, forward, back, whatever. You just need to not be there when it explodes.
I think it's kind of trying to sort of reset yourself into that almost neutral situation. I mean, I know Demo's going to have a good neutral with those grenades on deck, but bear in mind, she only has a good neutral when she has them ready. And then the second she hasn't got them, it's kind of like an element of her where she has to reload, otherwise she's in big trouble.
And then she's got bar and goes for the drone calls. But again, that's more of a... She's not going to do that in the neutral as such. She just wants to do that like for a setup, or she wants to do it for combo purposes, or if you're blocking, to keep you blocking. Like, she has a lot of utility, and that sort of really goes down to what you were saying about how the character's been explored. It's kind of just... The consensus for like Season 2, the first half of Season 2 really, and a lot of Season 1 was... Demolition's good, but without the grenades, it's useless. Without the grenades, it's lost all this. It's basically variation of Sonya.
Finding ways to reload.
But that was all about. It was all about getting that resource and the grenades back. And the Sonya community delivered. They labbed it up, they looked for it, and just like that, we now have this crazy character that, in theory, has been like this for a while. I know Demo Sonya did receive a few changes early on in the game's life, but it really took exploring, and that's really the element of the beauty of characters having their own communities, is people really lab together and find this stuff.
But it's not just characters, it's variations. There are people that specialize in one variation, so if there's anything that you need to know, you can go straight to that resource of players that use it, and there's all the information that you need. Demo Sonya, everyone says, back in the day, if she hasn't got reloads, if she hasn't got grenades ready to go, she struggles. But I mean, that's a big part of playing Demo Sonya, right? Making sure you don't have to reload. Reload every single time it's guaranteed. There you go, gets a full jump in. Gets right on the 50-50, uses the grenades already. 2 grenades used. Oh, and there's
nice.
a good hit confirm. Is Aquari going to use the breaker? No, it's going to save the bar.
So standard, again, the standard corner BNB, 39%. Oh, and again, the wake up absorbs it, but Born Through Ashes, no fear, goes in with it this time. Nice confirm, not max damage, but gets something. Didn't have the stamina, so couldn't go for a cancel.
Oh, catches the overhead as well. That's going to be big damage into the guaranteed round. I like that, just using an overpositor, just to get the increased meter build as well on the special move.
Oh, tries to anti the standing one, doesn't quite get it in time.
Oh, gets the clean jump in, but the low whiffs.
Oh, there's the anti-air again. Doesn't get a full combo this time.
Oh, and there we go. Catches the low as well. Here we go. Corner pressure. Knockdown, safe, really. That's right there. Safe. We talk about this all the time. Just the ability to make sure that you can reload safely, so you're not actually going to be in that negative situation unless you're the one that gets punished.
Oh, wake up grab. Wake up meter burn grab. Risky stuff from Aquari, but gets it. Nice corner combo. Use the grenades. Use the bomb. Not quite sure if I agree with that. Doesn't even go for the reload. But
oh no! Running straight into that low grenade.
When the grenades fight back. Born Through Ashes, I mean, he's having a much better time this match. He's having a... Oh no, and there's the instant dive kick. That's the good reactions you can really make the most of with the Sonya. It's just that huge... It gives you a full jump in, right? So if you can react to the dive kick, a full jump in, gets the punish this time. Meterless conversion. Good damage here. Nice 28% into setup.
Ashes has to be careful. I mean, the lack of breaker. I kind of like that, actually. The lack of stamina meant that kind of run-in grab. I mean, the only thing you could really do to get around that was kind of maybe jump on prediction.
Is that going to be the reload, though? Yeah, Born Through Ashes consistently goes to that down one, moves out of the way of the spawn puddle. That could be game, and that is going to be curtains once again. Born Through Ashes goes down 2-0.
But that's kind of like the answer to the insect puddle, especially at that kind of close range. Those advancing fast moves that, I mean, like, let's not forget, the insect puddle is only going to track you at the point when the insect puddle is used. It will track you at that point. If you are moving forward or away at any other point,
it's not going to move.
It's not that the insect puddle is not going to move. So fast advancing combo strings or normals, special cancelled, are wonderful, wonderful answers for the puddle, because if you see the puddle, it tracks you there, but then you're already in the middle of an attack that is going to advance, punish, and push you out of the way of the puddle and still allow you to full combo. So that advancing mid that Sonya has into grenade, I mean, the puddle doesn't hit her. She still gets a full combo, and that's how you handle the matchup.
Once again, we find ourselves onto the pit again. So you've got the corner escapes available. One of the reasons we this stage picked quite a lot is because there's the reliable corner escapes. But now Born Through Ashes even needs 6 games in a row. He needs to get 3 to reset, and then another 3 before Mr. Aquari can get a single one. Oh, doesn't respect the setup.
This is definitely a good way to get started. Hard knockdown into puddle and into plus frames. Jailing as well. Oh no, drops the cancel. Live by the cancel, die by the cancel. In the words of Honeybee, I mean, if you're going to go for the cancels and you drop it, it's going to be really bad.
Oh, there's the good arm break. Totally worth it for Aquari. Down on life, but no! Born Through Ashes is going to get a full confirm corner carry. That is death.
Round 1, Born Through Ashes.
I mean, a nice way to return, but this sort of leads us to the problem, is Born Through Ashes' ability to really clutch it out. And that seems to be his downfall. It's his ability to really just close out that final match, and he just consistently today hasn't been able to do it.
There's that reader once again. Oh, jump back on prediction. That NJP was definitely a dive kick read. Oh, and another drop cancel. But I mean, if you drop your cancel when they block, at least you're still plus. But you're missing out on so much damage. Tries to anti-cross up. Trying to anti-cross up Sonya is a risky business. Oh, instant dive kick.
You can tell Aquari was not ready for that to work.
That's going to be corner repositioning. Aquari saving the bar. Oh, hang on a minute. Disrespecting the puddle again. Oh, no, that sucks. That sucks so hard.
Doesn't have to get the grenades back, though.
I wonder if that was a meter burn flip kick attempt instead, just to get the damage. Oh no, just eating that that meter burn projectile.
So match point, tournament point, I should say, for Mr. Aquari. 1 round away from being your May Challenger Cup champion. Gets the grenade reload into a dive kick. Calls the bluff.
That was nice reactions. Really nice reaction to the dive kick. Seeing the string, we're punishing cleanly. Big damage. Doesn't get the final hit, which means he isn't going to be able to reload. This actually could be really bad for him.
Nice. Gets the setup again. Mr. Aquari always holding up on wake up. It's not working out for him. Nice throw tech from One Thrashes. Forward one. Tries to keep him honest, but there's the armor.
Now here's the game changer. Aquari finally got the chance to reload. Whiffing the dive kick.
Whiff
try and
dive,
bait a
gets
button
down
press.
3. Oh my word, that's Season 1 tech.
Oh, corner pressure. This could be exactly what Born Through Ashes needs to get started.
Aquari has the bar though, has to watch out for the armor. Robbie's blocking, then he gets the grenade. Oh, there's the armor, gets out of the corner, gets a grenade reload. That's exactly what he did it for. Oh no, gets a full punish!
Full combo punish, running straight in. We talked about the tracking of the puddle. That is that. Ladies and gentlemen, one overhead is going to be it. No,
maybe
down
not.
two.
Oh.
I was worried for a second.
I was ready for that to come back. I was ready for Born Thrashes to get that hit, but Aquari managed to clutch out. Saw that he was getting up, timed his, again, sort of goes to delay wake up, right? Sees that he's not delaying his wake up, goes to the 50-50, guesses right, Born Through Ashes, goes down, props to getting second place, and a very dangerous Devourer, but Aquari is going to take it.
We don't see Devourer. I mean, outside of the ESL Pro League in North America where Honeybee makes top 8, we just never see Devourer, so huge props for
We did
bringing
see
this
Zvi.
character.
We saw Zvi in NA, but that was Broodmother, right? So it's not the same.
Not the same. I mean, you don't see enough. Devourer is such a good character.
In EU, like, absolutely not.
Oh,
we just don't see Devourer in this part of the world.
I believe that might even be the first time we saw Devourer, basically in general, I guess, across our league. Season 1, 2, and 3.
Right, so let's have a quick look at today's bracket and just have a quick reiteration of how the matches went. Obviously, we know how the sets went, but let's look. Asta Damacy, Born Thrashes, 3-2. Clutch, comeback. Aquari, just a really nice, consistent way. 3-0 over Asta Damacy in the finals, 3-0 over Born Thrashes. Mr. Aquari just took this tournament without breaking a sweat.
And let's not forget the greatest combo of all time.
Oh my word, I genuinely forgot about that for the split second, and then you reminded me, and now I'm happy again. That was terrific. It was everything that's great about MKX in a single combo.
But that's the kind of combo that you would have to lab, spend a long time in training mode refining it. 3 teabags, not 4, because 4 doesn't give you enough time. Knowledge.
And the brutality to follow up.
Oh man, I'm still happy about that.
Wonderful stuff. So, I do believe that about wraps things up for the evening.
It certainly does our end. Don't forget, guys, stay tuned in a mere few hours. North America, or I believe if it's Challenger Cup, almost quite soon. But North America will be doing their portion of this for Latin America and North America for the Challenger Cup. So I have been Ketchup.
I have been Mustard.
You've been watching the Mortal Kombat X Challenger Cup Finals. Thank you all for watching. Don't go anywhere. Mortal Kombat will continue later.